Cubs fans, are you ready? He's starting on the road this coming weekend against the New York Mets. That's right. It's Cade Horton time, baby. And we got to talk about it right here. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mike Jones, back again with another episode of Chicago Cubs Central. That's right, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs, part of the Chi-Town Sports Central family. And guys, listen, you can find every single chat, every single Chicago sports team. There's a channel for it under the Chi-Town Sports Central network. That's right. You like the Illini, college basketball, football, stuff like that. We got them. You want the Blackhawks? We got them. You want the Bears? We got them. You want the Bulls? We got them. You want the Sox? We got them. You want the Cubs? We got them because you're here right now. Exactly. You want the Sky? We got those too. That's right. We are your number one spot for all things Chicago sports. Appreciate each and every last one of you that tune in to these episodes every single day. Hey, shout out to all of our new subscribers, new people. Welcome. This is your first time watching, or if you are a return member from our previous channel, appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you all so much. My name, again, is Mike Jones, and I am your host. Remember, guys, we want you to be a part of the show. That's right. Leave a voicemail at 217-816-5498, or you can reach out to us at cubsbaseball1992@gmail.com. That's right. We are your number one spot, and we love to hear from each and every last one of our listeners. Shout out to all of you that's watching on YouTube. Shout out to all of you that's watching on Spotify. Shout out to all of you that's watching on Apple. And yeah, appreciate each and every last one of you that's also watching this right now on X. The Chicago Cubs, guys, had a conundrum on their hands, and we've been talking about it. We've been tweeting about it. We have been worried about it. That's right. The Chicago Cubs lost Justin Steele for the season. And ever since then, it kind of seems like, even while the team has still kept their winning ways for the most part, outside of this last San Francisco Giants series, Chicago Cubs have performed very, very well. Outside of that, the Chicago Cubs then turned around and lost Shota Imanaga, who is my favorite pitcher on the team. And after that, the Chicago Cubs heard that Javier Assad, well, it might be flipped a little bit, but Javier Assad also was on his way on a rehab assignment, and then lost his way and re-injured the same issue that he had in the past. So the Chicago Cubs have dealt with the myriad of injuries that have caused them to fall short on pitchers, if we're being honest. It's caused them to look to guys like Chris Flexen. It's caused them to look like to guys like Ben Brown. It's caused them to look to guys like Colin Ray to come and pick up the slack for this Chicago Cubs team. Caleb Thielbar, guys like that. Call up Daniel Palencia again. And it's been one of those things where we have been looking for who could be the answer, who could be the possible answer for the Chicago Cubs when it comes to pitching, especially starting pitching, because so many pitchers are injured, and because you need good starters and able to keep up in order to keep up their winning ways. It was imperative that the Chicago Cubs figured out what to do. All along, there has been somebody that has been in AAA, somebody that has dealt with injury, somebody that has dealt with issues, somebody that has dealt with problems, but somebody that this season has come back with a fire lit under him, and he's ready to go. He's ready to play. And I am more than overjoyed, more than excited to watch him this weekend, Saturday, pitch against the New York Mets. That's right, guys. I'll talk about none other than Cade Horton. News broke earlier today that Cade Horton would be on his way up to the major leagues. He is finally getting that call to the show. His first game will be up against two heavy hitters in Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto. That's right. And Pete Alonso. So I'm sorry. Don't let me get the polar bear. Three heavy hitters in the MLB. He will face them this coming weekend, this Saturday. It is going to be must see TV. I am so excited to see Cade Horton pitch this weekend. I am thankful to be able to have this opportunity to break this news to you. If it's not breaking to you, then again, I still would love to conversate with you below. Please comment. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited to see what Cade Horton can do on the major league level? Are you excited? Are you worried at all about the competition that he is getting ready to face? Because again, and some of you, some of my daily watchers have already said this, because I've done episodes in the past about it's time to call up Cade. Now we're finally saying that he's coming up. So the problem is this is not a soft landing for Cade Horton. This isn't something that's going to necessarily be easy. You're going up against one of the harder lineups in baseball. Again, it's you got the Padres, you got the Dodgers, like I said, you got the Yankees, and then I would put Boston in there as well. I would also put Philadelphia in there, but the New York Mets are right up there with all of those teams as one of the hardest batting orders to go up against. This will not be easy by any stretch of the imagination. However, this kid's ready. This kid's ready. So I wanted to kind of look back a little bit and kind of review with you, for those of you that don't know the backstory of Cade Horton's rise to where he is now. So Cade Horton, while he was still in Big 12 prior to the 2022 Big 12 tournament, Cade Horton switched out his grips on some of his pitches, and then Horton discovered a slider a week later that became his best pitch. And honestly, it still is his best pitch. While he was in AAA between 2024 and 2025, Horton has allowed a .23 WOBA on the pitch with a 40.5 whiff percentage thrown at about 84 miles per hour on average, which is a little less than that at Oklahoma. The pitch itself features a foot of horizontal break, a little more than that when it was at Oklahoma. And most importantly, the vertical bite happens very late, so it fools hitters. If there was one certainty about Horton as a major league pitcher, it was that his slider will be worthy of offering against every single time, even against the best hitters. The other main pitch that Horton has in his arsenal is a four-seam fastball. And guys, let me tell you something. That fastball is something to behold. Like I said, it's a pitch that has him looking in the firm +5 territory. And then in 2024, in the weeks before his lat injury that would end up costing him his season in 24, the pitch worsened, dropping a tick or two on velocity. But in 2025, he returned with that pitch and he brought it back to its former glory. And like I said, the reason why Cade Horton has been so good in 2025 in AAA, and why he's reestablished his status as one of the game's top pitching prospects, is that they've had success in the fastball development. Horton's four-seam fastball averages at 94.1 miles per hour with 15.1 inches this season. But literally now at points, he's even reached 95.8 and the 15.1 inches this season. The results have followed with a WOBA of 0.42 to 2.70 and a whiff rate of 15.1 to 25.5, both exactly in the territory of where you would want them. So, and another great thing about Cade Horton is he has excellent control and good command for a pitcher who lives at those velocity levels. Because again, when you have those type of velocity levels, a lot of times, and we've seen it even with pitchers like a Daniel Palencia or even a Luke Little or even sometimes Ben Brown, they have trouble with having command of the ball because they're throwing it so hard and so fast. But again, like I said, he's a former third baseman. So he's a plus mound athlete who also has extraordinarily simple and easy to repeat delivery. So again, these things cause him to have success when he is pitching. So again, Cade Horton is one of those guys that I think on the major league level is going to have success here. I think that what he does is simple enough that it can translate. It's not something that's overly complicated. And again, I just think that he is going to see his stock and his numbers rise as time go along. And again, I mean, I'm not saying that Cade Horton will stay for the whole season, but I do believe that Cade Horton will have a while. Will spend a little bit of time here in the majors. I don't think this will be a one and done, especially if it goes really well for him. So again, I'm excited to watch Cade pitch. That'll be the Saturday game. The Chicago Cubs open up today a 3-game series with the New York Mets. That's right, the New York Mets. Friday's game is going to have Jameson Taillon on the mound. Taillon, who has struggled with the home run ball, but has also recently been able to be dominant in certain games. So hopefully Jameson Taillon, he'll be going up against Clay Holmes, who is 4-1 with a 2.95 ERA. So we'll just have to see what happens with that game. Like I said, Pete Alonso and Kyle Tucker's numbers look eerily similar. They are both league leaders, not league leaders. They are team leaders. And then again, it'll be Cade Horton going against Trevor McGill, who is 3-2 with the 2.50 ERA. That'll be the Saturday game. That's at 6:15 p.m. And then, of course, Sunday, Matthew Boyd, 3-2 on the season, going up against Canning, who is 5-1 on the season. The New York Mets have a 24-14 record. The Chicago Cubs have a 22-16 record on the season. So again, like I said, the Chicago Cubs versus the New York Mets. This is going to be a good series to watch. I'm excited to see it. I think that it's going to be a blast. And yeah, you guys should be excited too. But hey, let me know in the comments below. What are you guys' thoughts on Cade Horton? What are you guys' thoughts on what the Chicago Cubs are going to do with him? And how do you guys think that his start is going to go up against the New York Mets? Why don't you give me some numbers, what you think? How many hits you think he'll give up? How many home runs you think he'll give up? And yeah, we'll go from there. Also, guys, like I said, I appreciate each and every last one of you that'll leave a comment below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And again, guys, leave a voicemail, 217-816-5498. This is your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I appreciate all of you. Thanks so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for another episode of Chicago Cubs Central.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the number one spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.